Hello anyone and everyone, I am Echo, and today we are exploring RealMyst Masterpiece Edition. At the end of the last episode, I had quite a bit of confusion with how this whole sound puzzle works, but I believe I have it now. I had to do a lot of testing off camera because, quite frankly, there wouldn't have been anything to show. It was mostly me walking back and forth and trying combinations and fiddling around with the arrows on this thing a lot. For a bit, I thought that you might have to get this so that the arrows are pointing exactly to the center of the dish to be just absolutely perfect, and maybe that was somehow the solution to the puzzle, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case now, because, if that was the case, then that would just not be fair at all, because, it goes in units of, hundreds, and then even down to the 10th decimal point, you know? So that would just be completely unfair. But who knows? Maybe that is the thing, and maybe I'm just, I don't know, lucky or something. But what the solution is, I'm quite sure, is that when you press this button, it puts them all in a certain order. Crystal, then the water sound, then the wind, then the fissure thingy, and then the clock. And I'm pretty sure that's the order we have to put them on in the switches over by the door. I don't think it actually matters if the thingy, the satellites are aligned super perfectly. So, we'll see. I also figured out this game has a sprint button. Holy crap. Who would have thought, right? To be honest, I kind of would prefer not to use the sprint button, because I think the default movement speed is just fine, and I prefer to, I would much prefer to take it slow and sort of just relax and, explore through the environment at my leisure. But for the sake of doing a playthrough on YouTube, it's probably much better that I do, use the sprint when I can to cover large distances and not waste time of the viewer. So, first is the crystal sound, then the water, that's down at the bottom, then the wind. Okay, up there, right? Yeah, fissure. That was right here then, and then the clock. Was this? Okay, let's try it out. Amazing. Thank God. That gave me such a headache the last time. Alright. And the frame rate is still like ass. I've gone and turned down the settings even more. I've turned most things off. And anisotropic filtering is almost all the way down. Oy. It's only that one age. On all the other ages, or this one age I should say, I'm still in it. It's only this one age that the frame rate just dies. I don't know what they did to make it so poor here, but kind of wish they'd patch it or something, make it better. That'd be really great. So now we've got this little spaceship doohickey, which is going to require some... I actually remember the solution for this puzzle pretty well. It's surprisingly simple when you, really put your mind to it. But basically, this is going to lead us to the linking book back to Myst. Close the door there. Alright, sit in the chair. So we got forward, left, right, backtrack. Basically, we go in 4 directions. This button, it's not active now because we're not moving yet, but that button will play a noise. And I'm going to have to get my handy-dandy notebook out to help write those down. And this just tells us what direction we're pointing in. So, can't do that yet. Press forward, though. And this will bring us down into the tunnel system below the Selenetic Age. Alright. It's taking quite a long time. We're going down pretty dang low. Ooh. Oy vey. Gonna get some lights? Yeah, okay, cool. I spoke too soon. Alright, now, we can turn around in any direction, and you can see there's little things blocking the path, so we clearly can't go in those directions. They're all blocked, except for the one direction, which is north. Now, when we press this button, and also every time we switch tracks, apparently, it'll play a noise. So that's sort of, I don't know how to describe that, a ting noise? Like, oh boy. How would you describe that noise? It sounds kind of like a spoon tapping on the side of a cup. So, spoon and cup. Sure, that's what I'll tag that as. Spoon and cup. Got it. Okay, so basically the trick is if it plays this noise, that means we have to go north. There's a different noise for each one of these directions. It'll only ever play one noise at a time. The noise is telling us which direction we have to go in. And this right here is basically showing that north is the direction we have to go in because it's the only direction available, so obviously north must correspond to the little spoon and cup noise. So now, we go forward, fly through the tunnels. It's all actually very logical, deductive reasoning if you think about it. So now we just came from the south and went north. Now this button is playing a squiggle, I'll call it. So, a squiggle. So what directions do we have available to us? We can go south, but that's the way we came. So that's obviously not the way to progress. Or we can go west. So west is the squiggle, which is probably a really bad name for it. I don't mind, though. So yeah, through deductive reasoning, basically, we can tell that the squiggle noise means to go left. Or, means to go west. So, now we go on our way. So now, since we came from the east, that means... Okay, so this is giving us another spoon and cup noise. A kind of ting, I guess I'd call it. So that means we gotta go north again. And just to check all of our available options, east is the way we came from. Okay, and every other direction is blocked off for the time being. So, it's still keeping it simple, but we have to do this like 20 times before we get out of the tunnels. So this is just reaffirming that north is definitely that noise. Ooh. Fun little roller coaster ride. Okay, so what's this? That's like... I guess I'd call that a noise like steam. Like steam being released from a pipe very quietly. So not quite steam escaping, but more like a spurt of steam, I guess. So that's what I'll describe that as. Yeah, don't ask how I come up with my nicknames for these, but But so we already know that north makes the spoon and cup noise, and that west is the squiggle. So even though it says that we can go north, it's not playing the noise for north, so we know that can't be the direction we have to go in. East. East could be spurt of steam. And we came from the south, so it can't be for the south because it wouldn't be telling us to go back the way we came. Let's make sure we don't have any other options. So yes, east must be the spurt of steam. Alrighty. I remember the first time that I played through this puzzle when I was a kid. It confused the hell out of me. I didn't even know that it played the sound. I didn't know that corresponded to it at all. I was completely lost. So anyway, go east, towards the spurt of steam-like noise. I like this episode a lot because it makes me feel smart. So another spurt of steam, so go east again, right? And we'll just check around, make sure we have no other things available. We can go west, back the way we came. Of course, we don't want to do that. We go north, but we know that's not the right noise. So, east. Yep. Alrighty. Onward. I don't know if there's actually noises for stuff like southeast, southwest, northeast, northwest. I don't know if those actually have noises to them, but I guess we'll see. What's this noise? Okay. I'll describe that as like a pot being hit, I guess. And, well, we've got north, west, east, and south. We just came from the west, so obviously, even if west is available, that's not the way we want to go, which means south is likely the way we're supposed to go, because that's the only one left. But let's just make sure. See what else is available. West is the way we came from. Northwest, can't go that way. North, can't go that way. Northeast. Whoa. I spoke too soon. Huh. Alright. So it could be northeast or south. So I'll write that in there real quick for the pot being hit sound. Let's try going northeast first. I have a feeling it's probably south, but let's try it out. Because if this leads to a dead end, then that obviously means it wasn't the way to go, which means that south must be the pot being hit noise. It's not going to play noise for us? Well, hold up. We came from the southwest, right? Because that would be the... We went northeast. So... But now it's pointing us towards northwest because the track curved, I guess. Why isn't this making a noise at all? Weird. Okay, well... Anyway, northwest, opposite of northwest would be southeast. So that's the direction we came from. It gives us the option to go north, but it's not playing a sound. I didn't even realize there would be points where it wouldn't play a sound at all. That's kind of weird, but obviously this can't be the correct direction. So northeast sounds wrong. So I'll cross that out. And I will draw the S a little bit darker to make sure to reaffirm that the pot being hit noise is probably for south. So let's go forward back to southeast, which will take us back to the last place that we came from. Yeah, you can see the track curves, so that's why we weren't pointing in exactly the right direction from before. And it should... Yep, pop being hit again. So we go south. So I guess that makes it even easier if it doesn't play a sound when you go the wrong way. That sounds kind of weird. Okay, so that's south again. Just gonna check out what other directions we have available. And also, it's interesting to note, I don't know if this is necessarily true, but I have heard some people say that in the mechanical age... Yep, just go south. In the mechanical age, when you rotate the tower, it actually makes the same exact noises that this speaker here is playing for going through these tunnels. And you can actually just, if you go to the mechanical age first, and you know beforehand that it's going to use the same sounds, then you can actually use the same noises for the same alignment to north and south and all that. So anyway, what sound is this? Okay, that's the squiggle. So that's going to be west, right? Alright, let's just trust our gut. I won't spin around every time if we know the noise. I'll stop doing that. It's probably kind of annoying. Let's just get going and go with it. Because it's not the other noises, and I'm pretty sure that's what the squiggle sounded like. So, yeah. Oh, this has got to be southwest. Because it's playing the squiggle at the same time as the sound of the pot being hit. So... southwest, then? That's what I'm gonna guess. Yeah, I think we got this in the bag. Okay, that's just the squiggle. Right, so west then. I do wonder if it actually doesn't play a noise if you go in the wrong direction. That seems like it would make this puzzle even easier if it didn't do that, because then you would know if you went in the wrong direction just to go right back the way you came, because it wouldn't be playing a sound. Okay, so that's northwest, because that sounds like the spoon hitting a cup and the squiggle combined. And sure enough, northwest is available. So let's go. Alrighty. I don't know how far we are through this, but hopefully it's not too soon. Or I mean, hopefully it's not too much longer. Northeast then, because that sounds like the steam and the spoon and cup thing. So, northeast. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's why I think most of the puzzles in this game... Okay, that's just north. But that's why I love this game, because I think most of the puzzles in it can be solved through logic if you sort of just pay attention to what the game gives you. I wouldn't say all of them necessarily do that, but I think most of them do. I think it's pretty fair in that regard. Okay, that's southeast, because that's the pot being hit with the steam. Okay. Got it. Oh, is that it? Are we done? I think we're done. Yep. Cool. Did it! I'm awesome. I'm amazing. I'm the best. Let's get out of here. Alright, close that up. Might as well. And then right in here, I believe, there are no more puzzles left. We should just be able to find the handy-dandy Myst book. Yes, sirree, it's right there. And there, we can see a red glow of, like, lava or whatever down there. This is what Atrus was talking about in his book, where he mentioned that there was a bunch of steam, and I believe I don't remember if he actually specifically said there was magma, but he said at the very least that there was a lot of heat coming up from the ground, and that he wanted to find a way to harness it for power. Looks like he pretty much succeeded. But yeah, anyway, Myst. Let's get back to Myst. We got us a blue page. Give it to Achenar, and finish up Selenetic Age. Well, we'll give it to Achenar, see what he has to say. Then we'll have to go back and get Sirrus's red page. And then we'll have finished the Selenetic Age. For true this time. Alrighty.
Hello, I'm Achenar. I'm glad to see that you've returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment. It was Sirrus who did this to me. Sirrus, my wicked brother. Do not listen to him. I warn you. He's a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not release him. He killed my father. He will kill you. Began when my brother Sirrus began to lust for riches. He stole from the Age's Myst. He hoarded riches for himself. My father slept away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the Ages of Myst, he said. He began to look upon me in disgust. His lowly brother hated him. And then Sirrus began to destroy the Ages of Myst. He burned their forest. He tore down their structures. He flooded their lands. He murdered their inhabitants. Completely destroyed all but 4 of the Ages. Of course, I had to warn Father. When I finally found him, there was Sirrus also, talking cleverly. The lying tongue of a serpent. He had convinced Father that it was I who had destroyed the Ages. He convinced Father that it was I who was greedy for wealth and plunder. And as Sirrus dealt the final blow, he tricked Father into believing that I was the murderer. But Sirrus did not deal as fast a blow as he planned. And his father died a slow death. He at last doubted my brother's clever lies, and so in dying, Father imprisoned us both. Unsure from which of us the blow had come. I swear to you what I say is true. Release me. You must release me. My brother is a deceitful liar and deserves punishment. I only wish vengeance for my dear father. His murder. Believe me. You must only recover 1 additional page to release me from this prison. It's the easiest to find. Go to the bookshelf that's in this library. On the far right side of the middle shelf, there's a burned book, which is different from the other burned books. This book is filled with patterns. Find pattern 158. Mimic its design on the panel in the fireplace. Doing this will bring you to the last blue page. Remember, don't take the red page. Only the blue page. Return quickly to me. And do not touch the green book. It's a clever trap to imprison those who have not been warned. Do not be tempted, for you will rot and die, imprisoned as I am. I tell you, if you follow my instructions, it will be well worth your while. I promise you that. Go. Go.
Okay, so he makes a very convincing argument. Says that Sirrus basically announced himself king of all the different ages, destroyed all but the 4 that we've visited, killed all their inhabitants, etc., etc., and then lied to their father about saying that Achenar was the one who did it, with his silver tongue and all that. And from what we've seen of Sirrus, he definitely seems like the type of person who would have a silver tongue and have the ability to convince their father of something like that, if anyone could. So it seems pretty believable for Achenar there, but we still have to go find Sirrus's red page. I'll go do that right now. Okay, we got us a red page right here in our hand. Back to Myst we go. Gonna give it to Sirrus and do stuff with it. And on that time, I actually wrote down all the directions of the thing, so if I ever do the puzzle again, if I ever play through the game again, well, I'm not ever, I'll almost definitely play it again someday, but whenever that happens, later in my lifetime, maybe when I'm a stupid old man, I'll have that all written down, nice and easy for me to remember. So, anyway, now let's listen to Sirrus.
You finally returned. I owe you a debt of gratitude, for you have nearly released me. My name is Sirrus. I trust that from your explorations you've become convinced that my wicked brother Achenar is guilty, and I am innocent. It is I who am wrongly imprisoned here. Imprisoned by my father. I don't know who you are, or how you came to this island, but I assume you must at least know something of the books. It was father who was a master of the books. He wrote hundreds of them, all describing and linking to the fantastic places and ages which he had discovered. The room in which you now stand was our father's library. It was here in this room, on this island named Myst, that he housed most of these books. But such a waste. By now, you have surely discovered that Achenar has burnt and mutilated most of these books. Why? Our father was always watchful of our exploration. We grew up under his strict supervision. But when we came of age, he gave us unbridled access to the Myst books. He began to leave our adventures more and more unchecked. Unsupervised as we were, my brother began to become disturbed. He began to take more from the Myst ages than he had given. Soon he gained a twisted pleasure from the conquest and destruction of the other ages. It was horrific. His thirst for destruction. But alas, even I discovered his insanity too late. He had completely destroyed all of the Myst ages but 4. I wasted no time. In warning my father, I thought he would recognize Achenar's guilt. But in a fit of rage, he imprisoned both my brother and myself within the pages of these books, designed to hold us until he could judge which of us was guilty. To discover the truth, our father embarked on one final journey. However, he has never returned. I can only assume that he perished along the way, leaving me, an innocent victim, trapped forever. But now, you are here to release me. Listen carefully. You must find one more page and I will be forever free. There is a book on the shelves. In this library, which is mostly burned but has a few pages still intact. It is the last book on the middle shelf. Find it. This book is filled with a variety of patterns. Find pattern 158 and recreate it on the door of the fireplace. It is This will bring you to the last red page. Bring that page to me, and I will finally be released, and able to reward you, of course. Ignore the blue page. That page finishes my brother's book. It chills me to even think what would happen if you were to release him. There is another warning. Where the red and blue pages reside, also resides a green book. If you touch the green book, you also will be imprisoned forever. Our father gave us this same warning long ago. I suggest you follow his advice. Go now. Soon we will meet face to face.
Alrighty. That's all Sirrus has to say. So, basically, he says that Sirrus is a liar and power-hungry murderer. He says that Achenar basically went crazy and psychotic and murdered everyone. And both of them say that their father, not knowing who was guilty, ended up trapping them both. So, now we have to do one more little puzzle in order to choose which brother we think is innocent and free him, and hopefully we choose right. Yeah, but that'll have to happen next time, because I'm all out of time for this episode. So I will see you all in the next one, and if you made it to the end of this, then congratulations and thank you, and please consider leaving a comment. I would very much appreciate it. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.